And we're live in the 605 with another Lunchbox podcast.
Your big time entertainment.
Nice job, Vinny. Very good.
Yeah,
I was curious what that was.
He's all in my face. I don't know.
Episode number
16?
I don't know. It's crazy. We've been doing this since February. Was it? Was it February? And we're getting up there. So we're over halfway.
Do we know how many?
I mean, we can figure it out.
We'd have to just see uploads.
Yeah, figured it out.
I think we're over half.
Figured it
out. But
tonight's topic.
Tonight we're going to talk about 'tis the season. Not for Christmas, but for back to school.
Happy fall, y'all.
Back
Pumpkin spice latte season.
I didn't realize you guys were such regulars at Scooters.
How so?
What?
To the point that you were on that level with those girls to say the stuff you guys say to each other. That's
to just say the regular, the usual.
No,
Gaddis
sitting on people's faces and shit, and if she sat on the straw or whatever.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, it was.
What?
Yeah. It's our trusty follower Gaddis that has the zero filter when it comes to that.
Yeah, no filter. I think you can probably be on that level with him in about 45 minutes. So
yeah, if that.
But anyways,
that.
Yeah, when you go through this process, I don't know. I have yet to go through it, I guess, in a sense of like you guys with the school bus and all that fun stuff. But
no, we don't do school bus.
What's that?
We don't do school bus.
Oh, well, Ryan does, and I was there the first day they came home. I don't know if you remember that day or not, Ryan.
I put it in my kid's baby book. Yep. Mike Miller was there. Yep.
The day they came home?
First day off the bus.
First day back
to make sure they got off the bus. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I had to go home and meet him. He said, I want to come with.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. Okay.
That was back when you were in sales and we could do whatever we wanted.
Well,
here we are now.
Back in those days.
Yep. Back in my day.
What's your biggest I don't want to say headache, but what's your biggest like task of getting them from summer mode to school mode?
Flipping bedtimes, man. It's not crazy. We usually do like 8 o'clock bedtime, but during school we do 7:30. So just that half-hour shift, trying to start the process is I'm not tired. It's light outside, man.
Yeah, we don't have a big bedtime shift. I don't know. We're usually pretty much like 8:30, regardless.
Nice.
Doesn't change much. Our schedule doesn't really change between the school year and the summer with, it's our work schedule. It's basically still the same. So it doesn't really change.
Banker's hours. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I have yet to go through it, so I don't really know what those things are, I guess, that are super challenging. But do you let your kids pick out their outfits before they go to school?
100%.
Top to bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
Nope.
What if it doesn't match?
Nope. Roll with it.
What?
They just don't. They honestly, we buy clothes that all match, so you can't really do any wrong.
Everything you buy is interchangeable.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So that's your
boring
method.
Sure.
That's your method to the madness, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
They'll ask if she can is it hot or cold, like shorts or pants, or short sleeve, long sleeve. So we'll throw those 2 cents in, but otherwise no. They just pick out whatever pair of jeans, and then socks probably don't match. I don't know. They probably do.
I don't matter. Socks are mine.
Yeah.
Did not expect
for us. Yeah.
But
independent adults, pretty much. Yeah. Towards the end of last year, they were making their own lunches. So
Demi does okay with her clothes, but yeah, I don't know. She'll once in a while come with something. I'm like that. No, nope, doesn't match. It's not gonna work.
like our kids only have like they have a pair of tennis shoes, a pair of flip flops, a pair of dress shoes that they use for like or like nice shoes for church and stuff. But it's not like they have boots or like something where you have to worry about them like wearing like Piper wearing a skirt and cowboy boots or something. It's just
Do they
all
have do they have Crocs?
they do have Crocs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we
Seen
talked
'em.
about that. Mike Miller knows.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess what's your biggest worry sending them off to school again?
I think just getting in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, well, they're so
Um,
sassy at home, and we know we ask them to like, um, would you do that to your teacher? You know, would you do that to your friends at school? It's like
and they're
no,
like,
because they
fuck yeah.
yeah,
Just kidding.
fuck society. Um, no, it's just that part of worrying. But they're all pretty social. They get along with most kids. At least we haven't heard any complaints from the teachers at all. They have friends and stuff, so I don't know.
My fear is obviously another arm break.
Yeah,
that was bad.
yeah, I'm not ready
Uh,
for that.
What?
yeah. I mean,
Injuries?
just
You're not ready for what?
Injury, yeah, if that ever happens.
Oh.
Shit, we were jumping on the trampoline, all four of us, the other night, and then I like double bounced Piper, and like she fell on her arm, and she was like, "Ow!" And I was like, "Oh god!"
oh god.
And
That's
then
it.
she got up, and she was all okay. I was like, "Oh, thank God, thank God." Yeah,
What's with schools and stuff like that, I guess, what's the protocol if you drop off your kid? Is it like there's a huge line? I hear horror stories about people
there.
dropping off and picking up kids and how long it takes and people
I've never
budging
done
and
pickup.
It's fucking horrendous.
why do you do
It's
it?
Yeah,
Hmm?
ballot.
Why do you do it if it's that bad?
Uh, well, just cut. Well, so we drop her off just because, like, the drop off isn't so bad right now because of like the grade she's in and the side of the building, which I don't know, going through will probably just continue to drop her off on that side anyway, because there isn't really actually any like rules about it really.
Oh,
But for pickup, I mean, we only really do that like one day a week because I'm off one weekday. Otherwise, she goes to the after school program thing.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we just don't do busing because of our schedule.
why?
But
Like
yeah,
when she would get
the
home
other
or
side of the building where other people do the drop offs for their kids, it's like a freaking mile long and just
yeah, I've heard horror
no.
stories. I don't
yeah.
know.
I've
Yeah.
never picked up. We've only done like if the bus is running late for whatever reason, then we'll get in the car and hop off and go. But yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
It's nice having like our driveways to the bus stop.
so what do you remember like the most of when you were like obviously we all like smaller towns, right?
Small town,
Still
yeah.
trying to remember if it was
Mhm.
Lakefield or Lakeville for you.
Stupid
So I'm
idiot.
still working on that. That was funny. But like, growing up, when we would go back to school, right? It was always who had the newest Abercrombie sweatshirt. Who had the one that nobody else had first. We didn't have a lot of choices, but I can't get over the fact that like back to school stuff now, like they don't shop for jeans. It's athletic shorts and casual wear, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
But it's or athleisure wear, whatever. But you
that's
just
leisure.
you don't see how many pairs of jeans do you have when you're in the 5th grade? I had like 7.
Yeah, I probably had like 4.
How many
Yeah,
pairs of
I
jeans your
probably,
kids have
probably had
now?
more like 4.
How many pairs of jeans your kids have now?
5.
Really?
Demi
I just say we just bought 5 because we bought all new clothes.
Demi had 2 last year that I think she never wore. I think we attempted to wear a pair once, but she did not like them. And that's because, like, so, and then I just wanted to kill my husband because he bought her silver jeans. I was like, she doesn't like jeans, and you bought these ridiculously expensive jeans for
Silver jeans are still a thing.
a 5-year-old.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Yeah. So then he's like, well, she said she wanted them. I'm like, she's not gonna wear them, and she never wore
I
them.
want sushi.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
God damn it, Demi.
Yeah. So she literally does like leggings and joggers. Like that's what she wears.
Um, then like I mean, most kids don't have wind pants anymore, do they?
Mm,
I don't think they even
no,
make them, do they?
I don't know.
like athletic pants. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen a pair of like that material pants.
'Cause, yeah, you used to get holes in them, make people mad all the time.
Oh, that was terrible. I remember that.
But
Like you'd slide hard, they'd melt together.
Yeah, like on the gym floor or
Yeah.
something.
you knew mom was gonna be mad.
So fast. Yeah, I'm so
Oh, yep.
fast.
That
Yep.
did you guys' playgrounds? Did they have like P-rock or wood chips or?
I think just
Ours was the P Rocks. Yeah,
And then your shoes would get all brown. And
I would do it on purpose. I would bring in a fist, like a handful of rocks, so I could throw them at people in class.
oh gosh.
Yeah.
I was just more
This,
so going for the fact that your shoes got so dirty that your parents would be,
No, they didn't care.
upset that you had these nice new shoes and they always got dirty.
Nope.
But that's why we didn't like it. But now these playgrounds have like this fake turf and
Yeah.
like this spongy,
Rubber,
like rubbery
mulch.
stuff.
like
Yeah.
Rubber
recycled
mulch.
tires. But
That's obviously bad for kids to fall on and break their elbows 2 times.
Yeah.
the
Maybe just that stuff. Maybe they're not using the right rubber. You know?
Well, no, because like I think if you would fall into sand, there's a little more give there.
Yeah. Or the
Yeah.
rocks. P Rocks.
Yeah, something. But
the one thing that I find interesting, at least around where we are in the Midwest, there's a couple schools that do 4-day school weeks. And are you familiar with that? You both looked kind of perplexed. So yeah, if you go north here about 20 minutes, there's a couple schools. Tri Valley is the closest one that goes 4-day school weeks. It's very appealing to a lot of people, and I think that's I don't know how much you guys follow Crooks and the Colton and
Nope.
Hartford areas. That's why
The
they're kind of
Tri-Valley.
thriving, because a lot of people are seeking that out. They've grown exponentially. But yeah, just talking about back to school. You didn't really miss a whole lot, but
Yeah.
The whole thing with that is what would you do if you only had school Monday through Thursday?
I don't know.
Would you love it?
No, I like it because it's like half daycare for work. You know what I mean? If I had a 4-day work week, yeah, game on. That's
do you
fine.
mean for like if for us as kids, or do you mean for our kids?
Both.
Oh, I think. Well, I mean, obviously, I would have loved it, but I
What's the
wouldn't.
time though? Do they have like a longer hour? Like, do they get out at like 4, or is it still
so
normal?
do you know where Tri Valley's at?
Mhm.
So it's literally on the middle of nowhere. It's not anywhere in a town. So when they bus them there, it just doesn't make sense to do that. No, it's not like they do longer days to the point where you're just like, just there for. It's not like 4 10s compared to working 9 to 5.
Mhm.
But no, they have block
So-
scheduling and all this stuff. I mean, it's like I said, a lot of people are kind of attracted to it now because it's not that far away, and just how much Sioux Falls has grown on the north side of town. You go out there, kind of where Gaddis is actually at. I mean, it's just growing exponentially that it's actually worth it. So,
So then I wonder, do they have extra, other extra like time off, and they probably don't have like random teacher workshop days and stuff for that?
I don't know. I'm sure state guidelines they have to have so many hours in, anyways. But I don't know the logistics of it. I know that they have 4-day school weeks, and like I said, parents and people are loving it. But
Ba 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 ba.
yeah, I mean, she probably has more insight on it than I do as far as what Tri Valley really is. But I guess what time did you guys get on the bus when you would go to school?
I don't even remember.
Really?
That's so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember your bus time.
I can't even remember what time school started.
8:15.
Yeah.
At least ours started at
I don't
15.
remember it being that early, because I know like some kids have pickup times that are super early.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Ours
don't think
started at
ours was, but
6:30.
also like living in a really small town, our
Yeah, I want to
buses.
say I probably got on the bus at like 7:30,
Yeah, probably.
something like that. But then middle school for us was right across the street, so I didn't have to do anything for that for all of middle school. And then high school, we had a bus to Jackson from Lakefield, Miller Field,
Yeah.
Noville. Yeah,
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had a
Nice.
couple people ride bikes, but it's
I
just
rode bike when it was nice.
we didn't. I mean, it was 12 blocks, but still. I guess the one thing that we could kind of talk about that we'll probably all be on the same page for is the amount of people that drove their pickups to school
Had shotguns in the back.
with a shotgun in the car.
That's the
And-
America I want
And
back.
sat,
You know,
dude,
We
could you
did not know
imagine?
of
No.
any of that,
You
actually.
can't
Yeah.
even barely carry a fingernail clipper in your car, let alone
Yeah.
a fucking gun.
yeah.
I went to a very big high school, though, so I don't think any of that would have been allowed if it were talked about at all.
Even back then,
Back then, dude, it wasn't that long ago. There
You're
was still
fucking old, Amber.
20 years ago.
we're all the same age. I know, but there was
Hmm.
still like a shit ton of like school shootings and stuff that happened prior to that. And it went to a really big high school, so that just
Yes,
would
I
not
don't know.
have.
Maybe it's because we had the FFA
no.
and farmers and
Yeah, probably because yeah, I mean,
We are farmers. Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum.
I grew up in, I don't know, a highly populated area and
I don't know. I
class of
feel
like 400, so our high
school
school's
you
big.
get away with so much. Senior year is always like the big thing, right? You get senioritis. How many study halls can you have? Do you think people, this is just kind of a broad question, but do you think people are now with like sports the way they are in like a lot of these big schools and like like Harrisburg Stadium or whatever you want to call it is nicer than some colleges? But just like how sports has overtaken like school, do you think more people cheat their way through school than in the past?
Mm,
Like with sports and how
I feel
much
like all
people
the tryhards are like on like the separate special teams. You know, like freaking like dance competition people that are like, separate from school, or like private camps for like gymnasts and stuff.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. The only thing that I can kind of speak to is that when we were in high school, I know if you were like, acting up or not doing well in your classes, you got your sports taken away.
Yeah, academic
And
probation,
yep. And
academic
now
or behavioral.
both.
both. And now they don't do that shit. Like they don't care if you're sucking in school or being an asshole. They're like, you can still play your sports. Like, fuck that. Take it away.
Yeah. I think that was one thing that was always kind of funny because kids generally like would try that in school and then, the way tests are taken, I don't know what it's like anymore, but it was too easy to cheat on tests back in the day because of how you took them and it was number 2 pencil, right? And you couldn't use anything else other than a number 2 pencil or
I saw a TikTok the other day that had it was like a cell phone case, but it looked like a TI-89 calculator, a TI-83. So then it showed him like taking a test, and then he picked it up, and he like lifted the cover off, and then took a picture of the equation, and then it solved it, and he circled the answer, and put his phone cover back down. It's fucking awesome. Yeah.
genius.
When I did
What
the college, like halfway through college test, whatever that one was, like the one you take your sophomore year, I was horrible at math. So I ended up just taking the guts of a TI-89 and shoving it in a TI-83 so that I could still solve for X and just pass all those.
The
So-
infamous can't use these kinds of calculators on tests.
Yep.
Speaking of which, ACT talk.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
21. I was dumb.
What? I scored
Yeah.
higher than you on an ACT.
I
was never
dumb.
taught.
21.
I always
Yeah,
thought
21
you.
22.
How many
Like
times did
that.
you take it? Twice?
I took it twice.
I
I
didn't
tried to
even
get
take
up
it.
because if
You
you got
didn't?
above like 24, 26 or something, you got
24.
like a 24. You
You
got
got
$1,000
$1,000.
grant. Yeah.
The Jackrabbit Guarantee is what they called it, right?
Yep. Mhm.
It's always silly. The first time we took an ACT, one of our friends, we took it in Marshall, and he was hungover. And the science and
God,
reasoning was the
let's
last
hear that
section.
stuff.
And he literally just filled out C for all of them on the science and reasoning because he had to go puke so bad. You could hear him just like turning in his chair like all the time, but he filled it out and then he left. And I'll never forget it. He went into the bathroom because we all rode together. There's 4 of us. And it was like, 7, 8 in the morning when you take it. Anyways, he filled out C and you could just hear the like on the table the whole time. And then he left and I was just like, dude, there's no way you've scored anything decent on that. His overall ACT score for that one, I got a 19 that time. And then because I was tired too, but I wasn't hungover like he was, but he scored a 12.
Oh,
And I
jeez.
didn't know. I was like, I don't know what the lowest score you can really get. Like,
Yeah,
not
500
try
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 12 is the lowest I've ever seen. Like I saw it. He showed us. I was like, yeah, it's money well spent. I think it was what, $50 to take the ACTs back then. But yeah, it's crazy.
So
We
yeah,
had a guy at our
I
school.
didn't take it because I went to like a technical college for my first couple of years of college to take like generals and stuff because it was cheaper to do it that way and then transfer to a university. So I got around it. I didn't take it.
Nice.
We had
Yep.
a guy pass it. He got a 35 with no calculator because he forgot it.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
But anyways,
So what is even a good score on that? I don't even know.
36 is
36.
top.
36 is top you can get.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, reading, science and reasoning, math. I forgot what the other one was. Anyways, I do believe that tablets in schools are ruining education. That's such like a mixed thing. Because tablets can be used for educational
Depends.
purposes to
I have a good story on that.
solve things. However, the education side of telling them that it's okay to look at a screen all the time is probably the caveat to that. So I believe it's my opinion is more so what are you actually teaching the kid in the phase of doing it rather than what they're taking away from it. But what's your story, Ryan?
So Paxton was kind of, since he got his glasses late, he was kind of behind on reading. So we got him this program called Lexia. It's like a reading, spelling, school app type thing. And Raina caught him using the microphone on the tablet, like spelling out words. So like he would use the microphone through Siri, right? And say like Constitution. And then it would spell out Constitution and it'd go bing. And then he'd get the word right, trying to spell it because it would spell it for him. So smart. He was smart. We had to disable it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hacked it.
Like a cheater. Cheating already, doesn't even realize it. It's cute.
Yeah, no, I think that's a lot of it though, is like the kids that use it for videos or I don't know. We used to do it with puzzles. Like, when Kai was younger, we'd do it so he'd match things. But
Cool.
as long as you don't do it at the dinner table, it's kind of a golden rule. But yeah, I don't know. What are some other things? You guys aren't really much help with this. I'm trying to
School
literally-
lunches, rectangle pizzas. Let's go.
Yes, let's order those,
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
Come
I remember you looked that
on.
up. I thought you were gonna buy them.
Yes, you did. Schwann's had it.
Yeah.
Right?
Raina was afraid that our freezer was going to be filled with all the. It's like
Dude,
cake sheets.
We committed to splitting it up. Okay.
So she said, "You order, I'll pay you. We'll still eat it."
Oh my
So you
God.
order it. That's
Who?
fair. That's fair.
Jesus
Huh?
Christ.
Whomever order. You order it. Miller order it.
I've got a whole freezer full, or a whole freezer open now since we got rid of all of our breast milk from our
Perfect.
kids.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's order it. Who's ordering it? I don't.
Mike
We have
Miller.
to order from Schwann's. We don't use Schwann's.
Send me the link. Actually,
I'll
no
try
guy
to
that
find
works
it
at
again.
Schwann's.
I don't think it was
ask him.
Swans. I think it was like a random.
Was it
Let's
Reinhardt?
have
Dude.
everyone over for school pizza night. It'll
Yeah,
be
that'll be
great.
our next. hangout BBQ that's not BYOB at Amber's house.
Yes. Come on
Yes.
over. We're
Because
cooking
your
up
parties
some
are lit.
food.
My parties apparently suck.
Yeah, your
And
parties
then,
suck. My parties are
yeah.
lit.
Hey, I'm
Lots of
sorry.
food
I'm
and
sorry we
beverages
party with the kids,
that we
okay?
leave out all night. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like eating food at work where they like put out nacho cheese dip and then they end up putting it in the fridge like 9 hours later.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably still good.
You
It's
leave that
probably
shit
still
out
good.
from like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
The pizzas, the freaking John Jones was eating leftover sandwiches from Saturday today, which is fine.
Hey,
Sandwiches
I
aren't
put
that bad,
those
like
away.
a day old.
I put them away.
Well, everybody ate them. They're gone now.
Well, I know, but I put them away in a reasonable amount of time so they would.
You remember that
bro.
when like the mayo and the mustard and stuff sat out for like
Overnight,
2 days,
yeah.
And then I think T even put them away one time. But...
Yeah, well, Paul Schrader's the one where it's just like, yeah, it's good.
He's
He
like,
shoves it in
it's
the
fine.
fridge.
Yeah. Yeah, where he's like,
if you throw up and get sick from it, it's because your immunity is weak. Or not immunity. Yeah.
He's like, just use my
immune system is weak.
Use my moldy blender bottle.
Moldy blender bottle, and then he feeds animals moldy food.
Yeah. Schwann's is officially yellow.
Hang on. Let's talk a little bit about your childhood back to school shopping. Like, your mom take you out to buy clothes.
For me, it was my dad. My dad was the spender. My mom was the tight ass.
I took you out to buy clothes?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't do like that. Is this snug in the crotch? We didn't have to deal with any of that stuff. So it was just like get whatever. He was always the spoiler. It was good.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we
and
just
then you
had
can get more name brand.
See, we just had I remember my mom would come home with like 3 sizes of the same shoe that she thought I was. And then whatever one fit, like that's what I had. And then same with clothes. I wasn't really too picky till I probably got to junior high. That's when I started to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And, like I started to pick more stuff out.
Did she bring the clothes home? And then you had to purchase them from her?
Did you have to purchase them from your mom?
You guys make fun for that.
No. Yeah.
Little
we
do
need
you
some more
know.
backstory to that.
Little
I
do
think
you
my
know,
story was the best.
That stuff. I'm telling you right now, McConnell, you actually know the nostalgia of some of that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of money there.
Huh?
It's a lot of money there. Like you could actually sell it on the black market, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for the collectors, like the Care Bear thing was dope.
Yeah. The turtle thing is probably the most intriguing thing because it's still in the package.
Those turtle games. Yeah. That's what I want.
The basketball one, the Turtles 2, the Turtles 1, but the fact that Turtles 2 is still in the package, sealed. She paid, it was on sale. She paid $17 for it, whatever year or day she bought it.
And then just forgot about it.
I literally
paid this to Mike on his birthday, then forgot his birthday.
Just listen though.
Yeah.
So I technically paid her $50 for that thing. Okay. She paid $17 for it back. Yeah. So I paid $50 for it. I looked up, I'm not kidding you. I'm going to list it on eBay for $300 or $200. I'll make my money back. Not worried.
The fact, what we're saying is that you just don't get it.
Offers me some of my childhood things that would be like, Mom, how much do you
want
for it?
Like the thing was, like I never really owned it, I guess, in my opinion, and it doesn't bother me. I mean, it really doesn't. My parents have given me so much, and the day they kick the bucket is, you know, a different day too. And it's not why I do things, I guess, if you really want to dig into it. But I have no problem viewing it how they do, but it also, like, it's always been that way. Like, as far as teaching us lessons, like my mom charged me rent when I was 18. Like that's how she got us to move out of the house. $250 a month. Take it or leave it.
Whoa.
Yeah. What was my line that I used though? When we found out that you had to pay for your childhood toys, I said, pro tip, just wait for them to die and you get it back for free.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I said.
But
I was typing the same thing
because
as you did.
My mom,
I was like, yes.
My mom literally wants it to be the day they die, that house is empty. They do not want us to have to.
No, you don't know though. You don't know when it's your time.
Well, of course not. But I'm just saying is that they're starting. You have no idea how much stuff is in that house. It is 4,000 square feet of just garbage and stuff like that.
I mean, not garbage if she's selling it to you.
Oh man, that's
There's
awesome.
some treasure in there.
I'll take pictures of other stuff.
No, I'm excited. All right, I'm on time. Let's do it.
Huh?
It's 30. We're at 30.
Maybe on your recording, we didn't start right away.
Start like a minute later.
All right, fine. We'll finish it. That's it. We're gonna end it on dissing me.
Yeah, that's how we like to do it. Yeah,
No,
give me
it's
that
all
money.
good.
Give me that money.
All right, take us
Give
out.
me that money. All right, bye forever.